My name is Andy Wines. I developed the 5-phase recovery process to keep things out of the landfill, and it's really, really simple, and I encourage everybody else to use it. So here we go. We took the traditional reduce, reuse, recycle methodology, and we added a few things to it so that we understand and capture all the different parts and pieces of our business. So the first thing we want to do is reduce, and that's why I create content on YouTube. We have the podcast. We do educational tours here within our warehouse to show people this is what happens when you make purchases and the impact it has on the environment. The less you purchase, the more conscious decisions you make when you purchase will reduce the amount of environmental impact that you have. Next thing, reuse. A lot of people are like, oh, reuse, that's pretty simple. Well, it is really simple, and it takes resources. So how do you do that? Who will take the items you have in their current state, like these chairs and tables, and use them in the same state? It takes a lot of work, it takes initiative, and when you develop those supply chain lines, you can repeat that process over and over. In junk removal, you come across a lot of the same things, so you gotta find people later downstream in the recycling world that will take the things that you have that can be reused in their current state. Next thing is repurpose. There are some things in this world that no longer serve us in their state that they are. Let's think about a wagon wheel. We did a video a while back about a wagon wheel, an old wooden wagon wheel. We ain't going across, the West anymore. The Oregon Trail is now like I-80, right? So we don't need these old wooden wagon wheels. However, some people put them in their yard as yard art. Some people turn them on their side and put glass on top of them and turn them into a table. So this is what it's all about, intentionality. This wagon wheel may no longer serve as a wagon wheel. What could it serve as? Next thing is recycle. A lot of people know about scrap, and we love recycling metal, right? It's metal recycling. Scrap has a negative connotation, fine. Recycling metal. Well, what else can we recycle? Glass, plastic, paper, cardboard? Okay, those can go into our single stream recycling container. But what about mattresses? Mattresses, electronics. Those are things that we recycle all the time that a lot of people that across the country don't recycle. Mattresses, for example, 50,000 mattresses get landfilled every day. There are some transfer stations in landfills that charge you extra for mattresses. I encourage you, look within your region, who can recycle mattresses? We take ours down to the state of Illinois because they have subsidies. So think about this. What else? What other products can you recycle that aren't traditional in the recycling streams? And then finally, responsible disposal. There are some things that we know will end up in the landfill, and there are some things that cannot be recycled, reused, or repurposed, and they also need to find a home. These are your electronics. For people that put TVs in the landfill, that's a no-go. When you put chemicals and hazardous waste in the landfill, that's a no-go. So responsible disposal. There are some things like broken down furniture and couches and upholstered stuff that have to go in the landfill. There's a lot of stuff though that should not go in the landfill. Tires, TVs, chemicals. Find the appropriate place to take all those. When you follow the 5-phase recovery process and you adhere to it, it can be cash flow positive in your business. Once you develop all these relationships, you'll see that there's money in reusing, repurposing, and recycling that offsets a lot of your disposal costs. It takes time, it takes energy, and it takes a little sweat equity, and it's absolutely worth it to grow your recycling company, your junk removal company. Whatever business you're in, it's worth the time to invest.